go. Masses go, master. Basti bounce, dirty sound. I'ma conduct the show like Rajni. Kya re, overlap karta tum. Hey, this is Brodha V and I'm on Amazon Music India's Line by Line. This is a show where I break down some of my lyrics to some of the favorite songs of yours. I'll be talking about the mindset behind why I made these songs and why I wrote a couple of these lines. So this one's from Arage, in brackets Fallen. And this goes something like, she put a smile on the stoic. She moves like words in the mind of a poet. Give me a recipe, dog, for when she passes by, my jaws involuntarily drop. This was a song that I wanted to write because I was kind of feeling challenged about trying to be a little versatile about the kind of music that I make, and I wanted to try and make a romantic song in the rap genre, which is pretty much only about battling and bars, and love is one thing that rap music doesn't necessarily talk about. And I am not a romantic person at all. I don't even like rom-coms or romantic movies, novels, nothing of that sort. It's just that I want to take it as a challenge and see if it's possible for me to write two entire verses just purely rap and see if I can try to get that message out of what romance truly means to somebody who's fallen in love for the first time. The hook basically is En koralun pere tedum unakagen yedem yengum. That basically means your name is what my voice searches for, and my heart longs for you. And I've always tried to incorporate a lot of Indian languages in my music. And being from South India and Tamil being my mother tongue as well. So I thought it would be a really cool way for me to integrate that into an English song in my music as well. I'm keeping it cool like Taladoni with cucumber juice and a plate of tachi mum in Kodai on December noons. They can't resist the flow. Electric ain't no kadami. You missed the bus, so I'ma conduct the show like Rajni. So Basti Bounce was a result of me wanting to write a Kutu song, and Kutu music is basically super popular in South India. I've always wanted to make a song which is super massy, like you see in the movies and stuff, and I don't think there is anybody more mass down south at the moment than MS Dhoni and Rajnikant at the moment. So I thought I should just insert both these names and use them as similes and metaphors in every way possible in the opening lines of the song itself. And in my head, that's how you get whistles. So these are the lyrics. Lyrics. Okay, once more. Pronounce every word, then I put together nouns in the word and search of the crown I deserve. So these are the lyrics from my next song, Way Too Easy. First, I learned to pronounce every word. Then I put together nouns and the verbs, and I learned to speak by first sounding absurd before I went in search of the crown I deserve. With these lines, I kind of want to use some 4-syllable rhyming, pronounce every word, nouns and the verbs, sounding observe. I just I like to add a lot more syllables with my rhyming, just to show my flair as a lyricist and how good I can be with a pen. This was basically me talking about all the struggles I had to go before becoming a rapper and after becoming a rapper, and still being resilient enough and hustling my way through. And it's super funny because I used to watch a lot of MTV as a kid, and that was my exposure to a lot of new music, and especially international music. And it's super surreal to think of how a small kid from just somewhere sitting and watching this particular channel, and then eventually much later you're on the same channel sitting there as one of the judges on one of their premium shows, which is called MTV Hustle. So sometimes I look back at the journey of life, from watching MTV to being on MTV as a judge, and that was really cool. And this is exactly how you kind of make it look way too easy, but it's a lot of manifestation. One point in time, I got absorbed in foolish lies, was juvenile, thought it was cool to get into brutal fights. I even had the thrill and urge to kill. The next second, the whole feeling reversed the guilt. This song obviously clearly changed my life. This is probably one of my most popular songs. I remember when I used to be in school, when I used to be a kid, I used to really live very far away from my school. So my school van used to come to pick me up really early in the morning, which means I was the first guy to get picked up. So there used to be this one this 2-in-1 radio system that my mom used to play every day in the morning. Every day there was this one song Atma Rama song that used to play on the cassette, and that was super, super calming for me. Even when I wrote the rap down for this particular song, Atma Rama, I didn't have a hook initially. I had my friend Avinash Bhatt who came and sung the same shloka. It sat so beautifully well in the composition and the beat as well, and that just happened by chance. It was all luck, and I think it was meant to happen, and rest is history. I had a lot of fun doing this, line by line, Amazon Music, India. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I hope like you had something to take away from my journey and my story. Hope like you take this message into whatever it is that you want to do in your life.